So we're going to experiment with some different art materials in making dots. So first I'm going to use my crayons. And with my crayons, I'm just going to make a dot with any color that I choose. So I start with a circle and I can kind of fill it in. Maybe you make yours like a scribbles dot. Maybe you make it more like a filled in dot. Maybe you try to make dots that are overlapping. Maybe make dots around dots. You're gonna try and experiment with the material of the crayon. Maybe you press a hard dot, maybe you have a light dot, and try to make a bunch of crayon dots. Once you're happy with your amount of crayon dots, we're going to move on to the next one. Trade it out for colored pencil dots. With our colored pencil dots, we're going to do the same thing. Pick a colored pencil and let's make a dot. Maybe you press hard or light with the same colored pencil. Maybe you do dots inside of dots and dots on the outside of dots. What does it look like if you mix colored pencil together? Maybe you have big dots. Maybe you have really little dots. Now, the last one we're going to do once we're finished with colored pencil is marker dots for the dry materials. Then we're going to get to the wet materials. Let's make some marker dots. When I hold my marker, I want to make sure that I'm pressing on the sideways part of my marker and not the point part. That makes it not so sharp. And I want to make sure I hear that click. Click. Even when I make little dots, I'm still drawing a little circle. I'm not going like that. Ruins the tip. So draw little dots with that side part of your marker. I could even make a dot go off the edge of my paper. Maybe you make half a dot. With your marker, I want you to also write your name in the bottom corner of your paper. And this is our dry material dot page, okay? So that is finished for this page. The next page we're gonna do is our wet paper. With our wet materials, we got a couple different kinds of paint we're gonna try out. We got some tempera cakes and some tempera bottles. So let's check out the difference. I'm going to always start with a cup of water, a paper towel, a paintbrush, and some paint. We also, of course, want to wear our aprons if we are getting messy. So I'm going to start by getting my brush wet in my water. I'm going to pick a color and I'm going to rub my paintbrush on the side of the thing. It looks like there's no paint in there, but look at all this paint around the edge. So we're going to rub it on the side. Sometimes you can rub it in the middle like in the brown. And I'd count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's see what this dot looks like. Oh, it's just so lovely. When I'm painting, I'm pressing lightly, like I'm petting a kitten. Even in here, I'm not gonna squish my brush down. Oh, I can't even do it to show you what it looks like, because that would be so sad. We're gonna press it to the side. I'm not pressing it down there. Just gently rubbing it so that my bristles stay pointed up. This is my brush, Miss Betty, and she likes to have her hair straight up. So make sure that her hair stays straight up and doesn't get all crinkly. These are some example of Miss Betty with a bad hair day. This is when we press it on the side and squish, squish, squish. Ouchies. It gives her a bad hair day. Oh. Or if we press down like that with this old brush. Oh, that's so sad. Keep her hair nice. And now it's been done so many times, she never has pretty hair again. It is much harder to paint with these brushes, so we don't want to make Miss Betty's hair look bad. We want to keep it nice and pointy. When I want to switch colors, I rub my brush on the bottom, wipe it on the side, dry it on the paper. Make sure it looks clean. Sometimes I need to get a little bit more water if I'm switching colors for like a new color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rub it on the bottom, wipe it on the side, wipe it on the paper. Now what is fun is to also see what happens when we mix some of our colors together with paint. So maybe if I have a yellow dot and a red dot, I wonder what color they would make if I mix them on top of each other. Oh, do you see what color this is? It's like an orange dot. What happens if I mix red and white? Ooh, or any color in white. I wonder what white would add to anything. Once you're done with the tempera cakes, we're going to move on to the tempera paint. These come from bottles and they're a little bit messier. And I'm going to dip my brush in. I don't want to get more paint up to my handle. That's not where I want it to go. Stays on the bristles. I can paint with this. It is already wet, so I don't need to get it wet with water. Painting gently. Definitely need to clean off between these because they are very messy. Let's see if these also make orange. It's a little bit. Wonder if I could use some more yellow. That looks like a really nice orange. Wow. I wonder what other new colors I could make with my dots. Maybe if I did yellow. What other is a primary color we watched a video about? That looks like a better green. Maybe I'll do a little bit of blue and overlap it with some red. Kind of makes purpley in the middle. I love that. All right, and now that you're all done with this, make sure that name is on the bottom corner. Bloop. And we're gonna let this dry on the drying rack so we can take home our regular dots and let our other dots dry for next time to take home.